Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Makeup Artist View.
Today our topic of the day is going to be the Makeup Show Dallas, and we're pretty much going to talk about the reviews and education and pretty much everything you'd like to know and any questions you have about the makeup show.
We're going to help you, our viewers, with planning and getting important information for your next Makeup Show Dallas. So stay tuned, we have a lot to offer. The timing of the show was kind of awkward, I feel. What do you guys think about that? Because we had one in October, and then they had one right behind it in June.
I definitely agree. I feel that, well, from what we was hearing was, they said that a lot of people requested to be in June. Those people we didn't see at the show. Mm-hmm. But the people that mattered should have had more of a voice as far as what Texas needed and what we felt the show should have been. Mm-hmm. And I think like June was the peak of bridal season. A lot of people had things planned a year in advance. Mm-hmm. And so having a show less than a year in advance after we just had a show in September,
especially in a brand new city,
especially that it's a brand new city, and so people are not familiar, and so you have to kind of cater to Texas because of that, and so that's how I feel on that end.
Right. Well, I think giving ample time to be able to prepare for these type of things is always important, because a lot of us are always coming out of pocket for these events, for everything. We all want to be a part of it, but we're all coming out of pocket for it. And then you have to consider things like the weather, which was my biggest thing around this time of the year. I'm really big on like the weather and like how things are and planning things out. And so that had an impact on the scheduling of the whole trip overall for us, and kind of kept us on our toes. I mean, I'm sure you realize, because I was on it with the weather like constantly, and it took my mind off of a lot of the things that I probably should have been thinking about while I was at the show. So I personally liked having it towards the end of the year, because I just think that it runs smoother for people in this region with some of the issues that we have with weather. What do you think, Grace?
Well, also last year I didn't get to make it to the show. So once I found out, which was very close, there wasn't much advertisement. And I think the people in Texas really aren't, I guess, sure about going to these shows. A lot of people don't want to put up money, and it is out of pocket for us. So for me, I jumped on it as soon as I can go, and I found out. So I was really excited that they did do it. But at the same time, people have all these appointments and everything around this time, so you can't really just...
I kind of feel that, if you really want to do something, you'll schedule your business around it. People in other industries always make it to their conferences and their shows. It doesn't matter what their job requires, and it should be the same for us as makeup artists. It doesn't matter if it's bridal season. Then give it to the people that may really need it, because you obviously don't. Then you go and get more of the professionalism and the training and education and products that you need at the show. So I'm very...
in the middle.
Exactly. And if you really want to participate. So my main concern is not so much that, it's about, like planning for the city that you're going to. Right. Exactly.
And even as she mentioned about, I don't know if you brought up the promotion, one of y'all brought up the promotion of it. I feel as if, because everything was going on, you had, let's say, IMAX that just happened, then you had Makeup Show New York, and so you have all of these trade shows going on, and then on top of that, people have different workshops and stuff like that. And so I think it's important for, when planning, take pointers from people that know Texas and know how, it's going to level out, how it's going to affect them, because who knows, they may not even want to come back because they felt like that, this wasn't a good time, the participation wasn't well. And so I feel like that you really need to think about that in advance, because that does affect the turnout also, and then people just don't know about the makeup show, so we really pushing and educating on that. But that affects it also. So I think, as you said, I'm in the middle, but you know, I think that people really need to think about that in the process of planning.
Overall, I think that we as ambassadors can do, up our game a little bit and do more of a better job at putting the word out there, since we are so boisterous and sincere about the show. So I think if we give that extra push, it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. In the future, we give all that we have to
We can
educate
give our
others.
reviews and say,
Yeah.
this is a
Yeah.
must, this is.
Exactly. Make your voice count.
Yes.
Your voice has to count. If you're that,
Somebody could be scrolling and say, oh, it's just another show.
Exactly.
But if we stand up and say, hey, you guys need to get educated.
Exactly.
This is for you.
yeah,
You
if
know.
you're that passionate
Right.
about something, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go and jump towards it and put
Right.
all your effort into it. So I think that, everyone should band together here. If it counts and if you're concerned,
I agree.
then you put, all your efforts into making sure that
the
everyone
word
that you
out.
know knows, and then everyone that they know knows. And by doing that, I think it would make
Spread the
things so
word.
much better. Exactly.
Spread
Yeah.
the word of mouth is key.
Exactly.
Another thing that we found was, you didn't get to go, the bloggers preview on
Yes.
Friday.
Oh my God, that was
Let
amazing.
me first just say, as a brand ambassador, we're all brand ambassadors of the makeup show. And so I know what's pretty much going on with the makeup show. I felt so lost. Like, you was laughing, y'all was laughing at me because I was like, we had a bloggers preview? They have cookies? And so I was really lost, and I was scrambling around the show trying to look, for the bloggers preview that we really didn't have. We just had we did have the bloggers preview. We didn't have the brand ambassador party like we had the first year. And so I was looking for the brand ambassador party, but the as far as the bloggers preview, we did have that. It was a bit different to me. The atmosphere was different. I don't know if it was just people were tired and just coming in, but it was a little different. But I truly enjoyed it because I always enjoy James Vincent talking. He let people know who he is and why. Mainly the makeup show is important. He talked about why education is important. He talks about that all the time, and so that's what I love about him. He's very humble
Very
and
approachable.
very approachable. And so that's what I receive. And outside of that, us getting the bloggers preview bag with loads of products, which we have right here. I'm in sponsors of the makeup show, and so I'm excited to see the products, and I've tried a lot of the products and I brought them here to you along with Alasia, and Gracie bought some products, and so we're excited to share those with you, and maybe you look into these products in the future for your kid. And so first
And
off,
these are things we found out from going to the makeup
Yes.
show.
Exactly.
Because
You won't know if you don't
Yeah.
know. You have to
know,
invest
right.
in yourself, right, girls?
Exactly,
Invest in
exactly. Invest in
yourself. How much
yourself.
are you worth?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So it was worth it. I attended the bloggers preview along with Faith and Judy and a couple of others, and I have to say I enjoyed it last year and this year. Last year I felt like I was able to meet more people
Right.
from other places because of the
ambassador.
initial
Brand
meetup
ambassador.
exactly that we had. Even if it was just a meetup without alcohol, without extras, I still think it's beneficial because you get to build your relationships. It's all about relationship building. Exactly.
And you actually get to put a face to the name.
Exactly.
That was my thing. I wanted
Yes.
to see faces.
and y'all don't know, but I've been networking with Gracie
Years.
for years, and I've never seen her face before. So when she approached me, I was looking at her like,
I felt the vibe. I was looking at her. I know her.
yeah, but it was good to really put a face, and that's what the makeup show is about. It's about
It is.
not just buying products, but it's about education for one. It's about networking. It's about your community, because a lot of times we're in blogger groups and we're in makeup groups on Facebook, but we've never seen the person. And so it's very good to be able to put the face to the name and just network, because you just never know who you're gonna meet
Right.
and how that's gonna open doors for you in the future.
Absolutely.
So that's what I believe.
Not only that, you know, you think, oh, it's just a bunch of makeup artists and students there, my competition. Well, actually, we all work together.
Right.
So, you know, we have our own businesses and do our own things, but we manage to all still come together and work smoothly and peacefully. Not only that, you get to meet so many photographers, so many educators, so many people in the business, professionals in the industry that make an impact on this industry, educators. So, you know,
And the actual owners of these brands. You're not just
Right.
meeting the brand and the salespeople and the retail.
Exactly.
That was
You're
one
meeting
thing I
people who
loved.
actually own these
exactly,
companies.
the CEOs of the companies. So
Yeah.
it gives you, for those of you that are looking to own your own company or branch out or have your own brand of products, this is a good opportunity to pull them to the side and get that one-on-one. So
Yeah, and a lot of them, if they had time, they were more than happy to talk to
yes,
you.
they
It
were.
didn't matter what was your environment. They
Exactly.
were pulled aside. You talked to them. What made you want to, start your brand or start your company? They
Get
did.
it started.
They had. No, they were all humble. I mean, who I met. There was nobody who had.
Everybody.
Everybody
It
there.
was awesome.
All of the
It was
vendors, I
awesome.
say the
All
makeup
the
show
vendors
does
awesome.
a really thumbs up because they do a
Right.
really good job at
With the
bringing
vendors.
vendors in
Right.
and vendors that we may not have even heard of or new vendors. Speaking of, I have a special surprise. It stars his nails.
Oh, okay.
I love those nails.
Oh goodness. Yeah, they do an awesome job with the vendors. The vendors are all great here. I walked off from the bathroom and left all my stuff. You guys remember, Gracie, you weren't there. And I walked back out and I was so busy helping everybody. And I was like, oh, where's my bag? So I ran back to the bathroom. Of course, I found the bag, nothing in it. So I came out and I was telling everybody, oh, I lost my bag, I lost my bag. And they said, oh my God, that's horrible. So I had in my mind, okay, just pay it, bite the bullet, you lost it, just pay it, go get your stuff back, because I wanted my stuff. The first counter I went up to, I was like, oh, I just lost my bag. So she was just putting the stuff, and she was like, what did you say, you lost your bag? And I'm like, yeah. And then she just turned around and handed everything to me I had just bought. She remembered
Amazing.
everything I bought. She was putting it in the bag. I was like, okay, well, how much? She's like, no. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta hug you. That was Eye Candy, my favorite. I love you.
Shout out to Eye Candy.
And every counter I went to, and I was like, I lost my stuff. I didn't expect them to give it to me. And they were just like, you lost it? Girl, here. It's like nothing. All I want is a hug. I spend my rest of my day hugging everybody. So it's just amazing. I love those people. I don't know where they find them, but I love them. They're awesome.
Well, go ahead. Well, you and I last year stayed on Sunday, and
Yes.
we really got like the scoop after like everybody left, the floor
they were
cleared.
putting
There's still
everybody out.
vendors there, so it's worth it to go and stay
And try to
because
get everything you can get. Yeah.
exactly, because on Sunday, Judy and I got to meet a lot of these people and talk to them a little bit hands-on. They even gave us like some gratis and products.
tips and all kinds of
Yeah, and
stuff,
so
yeah.
it made it more like, okay, so that's who I'm looking for next year when the makeup show comes back, just so that I can go and try more of their products. So it was nice, and I'm glad that we were able to stay until Sunday after the show and just kind of, interact with the people that were still there on the floor. Although they were packing up and cleaning up, it was still a good opportunity to hit those up that we weren't able to
Exactly.
during the show.
Well, I know everybody's excited. They want to start seeing our stuff from the brand
Yay,
ambassador
so let's
meeting.
get
So
started.
let's put it out.
Yeah, so
so
what are we starting with?
You can
You want to
start
start
with
with
yours.
skincare?
Yours is already out.
Oh my God, I found the best products
The bestest.
ever. Oh my God, this is amazing. So there's exfoliator and a mask. This one is resurface and then transform. These are amazing products. I absolutely love them. We got them, we went to James Vincent's, he mentioned favorite products that he has, and these were two of them that we definitely had to look at and go to the counter and get. So these were good finds, really good finds. You guys should definitely pick them up. Don't forget, it's resurface and transform, and it's an exfoliator and a mask.
And so
you
what
can
booth
find
was this at?
And that's what I was just going to say.
Embrolis.
Okay.
Yes, and we also got some really good goodie bags, and I say good goodie bags because they were really good. We
Yes.
were actually able to try
You always telling our secrets.
a lot of the
Everybody's going to
products.
be looking for me at the
I
makeup
know.
shop.
I know.
Judy gets all the goodies.
Amberly's has awesome products first and foremost, and I'm all about skincare. I am a skincare fanatic, and so oh
Yeah,
my
that was one thing I
god.
mentioned that I wish the show had was more skincare.
Yes,
products.
yes.
You know, more just because that's your foundation. That's
Exactly.
where you start.
Makeup looks best
You're
with
absolutely
good skin.
Exactly. You don't have to work as hard and use as much.
And you know, a lot of
creative.
makeup artists don't realize that's what you need to get educated on is the basics, the foundation.
Exactly. I totally
I'm
agree
all
with you,
about
Gracie.
skin. I agree.
What else
Exactly.
we got, Laisha?
Well, we all got this makeup remover by Bioderma.
Fantastic.
Oh my
That is
god,
the
we
best,
all
y'all.
tried it the first night.
first night.
And we were like, oh my god. So this we got in our bag from the Bloggers Preview event that we went to. And this is amazing. I'm telling you, use it, buy it, get it. It's amazing. It takes off every bit and piece of makeup that you have.
And you do not have to scrub the skin at all.
At all.
It just rubs off.
And then you can follow up with these two products by Embryolisse. Don't forget, it's Resurface and Transform. Amazing. With this Resurface, the exfoliator, Judy put it on, and she was like, I thought I took all my makeup off. She was like, there's still stuff coming off afterwards. So I'm telling you, it really works on like the toughest makeup or the makeup artist that think that she took everything off already.
Exactly.
And then this mask is amazing too because you put it on and you can even use it on set. So if you're, on set, you don't have to worry about with the exfoliator, going back to that, you don't have to worry about little beads all over the place because it doesn't do that. It doesn't bead up. It rolls off. It's amazing. And then with this mask, you put it on and it actually kind of foams up on the skin and disappears.
It's oxygenating.
Yes, and so you just take your cotton ball and just wipe it off, and the skin looks amazing. It's so much brighter, healthier looking.
And so this mask, can you use, because I know with a lot of masks, it draws the moisture out of the skin. And so with this mask, can you wear it not wear it every day, but can you use it every day? Or is
They
it something
suggest
that you
you
need
have
to
to count
use
it once a
one?
week.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. I personally have used it twice a week, and I haven't found any more issues with it drying my skin out. It actually detoxifies and cleanses without stripping the skin of the
Okay.
healthy oils. So I think that is really important.
Okay, what else we got?
So one of my other favorite products, oh my God, Static
not
Nail
Static
Bag.
Nails.
It was
It was not in
it was
the
not
bag,
in my bag,
but we
but
did invest in it.
oh my God, this
not in your
product
bag.
is amazing.
Do
Shout
not
out
try
to
to come to the
Alexia
makeup show for
with
this.
Static Nails. She was a new vendor this year, right?
Yeah, she was
She was she here last year too? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alexia, girl. But everyone, I'm telling you, go to the website. It's the original Static Nails, and I have a story behind this. So I purchased the WOW one. I have two stories. First story, Faith actually had
let me
hers.
get my stuff ready.
She purchased
Wait a
hers,
minute.
right?
Right?
And so she showed them to me, and immediately I wanted them. So we went to the booth. She was like, we're sold out of the ones that Faith has, which are the black tie. Go online, check them out. You'll see the way that they look. Mine is Wild One. So these have Louis Vuitton underneath.
Yes.
They're fabulous. And she mailed them to me. They came in, she estimated 2 to 3 days. They came in exactly on time. She did not charge me any shipping. She was amazing. She went out of her way to do it on top of that. So that was story number one, guys. Number two, go ahead.
What I love about it, because I know a lot of vendors, when you purchase stuff ahead of time, some people you cannot trust with your money. But it was nice that she was able to purchase her things and take down a pre-order for it, and she mailed it in. And like you said, she
got it on time.
I didn't have to call her.
Yeah.
I didn't have to follow up with her. Exactly. Now, I will tell you, when I got them in, because these are actually going to be, well, not the Wild One line, but there was one in the set that says Wild, I believe, and it had it written on the nail. It's the pinky finger. And that particular nail, my second one came in and it was damaged a little bit. So I called her up. She answered the phone, guys. Can you believe that? The owner of the company. She answered the phone. She told me she would ship me out another nail for free. Isn't she amazing?
That's amazing.
Exactly. And she told me that they were having a sale on their nails. So that night to go online and if I wanted to purchase anything else, she didn't ask me. I told her that I would probably purchase some more. Shout out to you, Alexia. Thumbs up. These nails are the bomb.com.
And let me show you what's actually in it. What comes in mind is because for the most part, some of the static nails boxes that I've seen, they're set up differently. But what comes in it is the glue. And so it's just pop on nails, pop off. And then you get a filer, so you can file any shape you want. And then you get the nails in this nice little tie bag.
So you see the difference, right?
Yeah, major difference. And so you get the nails, and mine has like the little bow tie on there.
Faith's ones are super
They're
cute.
so cute.
I think what sold me on these was the fact that she said they are Louis Vuitton on the nail.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to have those. Oh my God. Look how cool that middle nail is. Isn't it cool?
And are they matte?
They're
Oh,
matte.
think about
Mine is matte.
mattes, yes.
Mine is matte.
Yes,
These
very
are
nice.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Aren't
they're
they?
beautiful.
There are
Yes.
2 sets of nails also, and they're reusable. Like you can use them 6 times, I think
Uh-huh.
she said.
It
And
could
they
be
do
more depending on how well you take care of it.
exactly. And so I was kind of skeptical about the glue, but it's non-damaging glue to the nails, guys. So pick yourself up some static nails.
And I mean, it's good for in between times. I just got my nails done. But like in between the times where, I may not have time to go to the nail shop and I just want something temporary, rather to go to a show or something like that, I can put it on and I can pop it off within the same night. It's definitely worth investing in.
It is. It is.
Okay, all right, ladies. Okay, well, let's get back to those blogger bags.
Alrighty.
We're not in there.
No, they were not. They were not, but we had to definitely throw a shout out to Static Nails.
Well, unfortunately, my Ember release, the Ember release that we got, the
gold
10 year, was it the
The
20 year,
10
10 year?
the gold.
The gold, that is on my makeup station at home.
Oh, okay.
I don't have that, but Emberlease, everybody knows about the Emberlease face cream that we have in our kits. They always, most of the artists that I know have it in their kits. So definitely go to their website and look it up. It's good on the skin. It doesn't break you out. So if you have sensitive skin, it's great for that. If it doesn't have perfume in it, and it's just a good base to use. Like if you don't use, I don't really use primers. Like personally, I don't need primer. But it's just a good base to give you some moisture to your skin if you have dry skin and all that. And so I don't have that. But one thing that we did receive is the Smashbox primer water that everyone talks about. And so I use this. I've already had this. So when I received it in my bag, I was like, oh,
A little extra.
Yes.
so I can put this in my purse and just go mist it on
Now,
my
is that the actual size or is that a
No,
travel size?
travel
this is
size.
the travel size.
Oh, so that's
And-
even better. Okay.
Yeah,
so now
I
you
mean,
can
this
Yeah,
is
for
the
travel
size.
purposes.
Yeah.
And you can refill too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so most times, like travel size is probably around.
Yes.
So that's a
Yes, what
deluxe
made me
travel
actually-
size.
Yeah.
that's
So
what
that's
made me
what I loved
actually
about
travel.
that.
They deluxed it on you.
What
And
is
then
So
of
is that
course,
like a primer to spray on?
yeah, it's a primer water just you spray on before you apply your makeup. What I like to do is I spray it on and I just let it sit for maybe like 2 to 3 minutes or so, and then I go in with my makeup.
So if
And
you're the kind of person who does primer and then you do the Fix Plus spray,
Yeah.
so you kind of just do that instead of doing those 2 steps.
So it'd be one step.
Yeah. And then another thing, she already talked about this, Gleam.
Oh,
I
yes.
absolutely love Gleam. Gleam was here last year, and
They
that was my
were.
first time experiencing Gleam. Gleam is a highlight. It's a body
Body
gleam
highlighter.
highlighter or something. And they have this one that we was given is deep gold. The other one that I had was like
Light gold.
Yeah,
Isn't
white
that
gold.
rose
Yeah,
Light
rose gold.
Yes.
Light gold,
And so
yes,
it's
yeah.
good for like if you're
And
doing.
she is amazing.
She's amazing. And she actually did a class. She did a
She did. She
seminar.
did a seminar.
Yeah,
I
and
saw
so
the end of it.
yeah, this is what I love. They have the powder, the loose powder, and then I've seen the ones that's
The
in the
cream.
cream.
Yes,
which
I
we got
use that
last
on my
year.
brides a lot.
Yeah, and I like the cream better because to me it's easier to work with, and it's just. To me, it's a bit more natural.
Yes,
If you're going for
it
a
is.
more natural highlight, that natural glow is good for that. But I use this for eyeshadow. And that's,
I'm sure,
That's
yes.
what I like about this brand. It's for your body too.
Yeah,
it's not
it's
So
just
you
your
can put
face.
it all
It's
over.
everywhere. That's awesome. I love that.
So she's also on Instagram. If you, I get on Instagram a lot, and so you can follow her on Instagram. And she's very, very nice. I had an opportunity to talk to her for the first time. I don't remember seeing her last year. I know I seen the vendor booth, but I
didn't
don't
see
remember
her.
seeing her. And so it was good to actually be in her seminar and also just talking to her face to face. And so that's
Gotcha.
what I love about the makeup show. We got the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner. Now I'm not familiar with Stila products like that, and so I don't know anything about Stila like that.
I've used this product before in black, obviously,
Yeah.
and I like it. I mean, but honestly, I'm a girl that really needs something that's gonna sit and stay, and you know what, that Inglot hot,
Yeah, it wasn't in there.
Yeah.
it wasn't in there.
That's
Okay,
what James
Inglot.
recommended.
Okay, England.
I know, right? Yay for you.
Senna is a brand that James Vincent absolutely loves. He talks about Senna a lot. And this is our highlighting pen. And so you just,
It's in rolls,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
yeah, so it's a highlighting pen. I don't know when
I
I'm
think that
going
was
to use
one of
it.
his favorite colors.
Yeah, it was one of his favorite
favorite
colors.
picks.
And this was not in the kit, but I went by to Senna, and there's a powder that a girl on YouTube, if y'all know her, Jackie O, from the Makeup Game on Point, she loves their setting powder. But they made a pressed powder, and when I talked to Eugenia, who is the founder of Senna, she went this route because she felt like it was a lot more effective. It's cleaner. You don't have to deal with loose powders spilling everywhere.
Wow.
And so you get the same effect. It's highly pigmented. And if you're trying to get like a highlight, then you know this is great to set your highlight on. Personally, like what I use is like a cosmetic sponge, and then I just kind of
Tap
blot it
it,
a little.
yeah.
Because if you don't, then you're gonna be left with this.
Like a
but
light
if
shade.
but if you want that highlight, then this is good for that. So
And it looks really nice and smooth
yeah,
also.
it's finely milled. And
Yeah.
that's what she said. And so that's what I love about this product.
That's hard to find in the compact.
Yeah, it is.
And then we got the taper blending brush by Delium.
Nice.
Because, I was calling it wrong. I said Delium. And Jeremy was like, no, it's
Delium.
the B is silent. I mean, we need you to get it right. And so we got that. And I love Delium brushes.
Oh, they have
personally,
wonderful
for me.
brushes.
And so I do
Good
have
price
a whole
point for
set of
makeup
them.
artists as well.
Yes.
And then we got the Glamcore little bag. I thought this was cute.
The little pouch.
Yeah, little pouch. I mean, you can never have too many of
James
these.
said that he has pouches all
All
over.
over the place.
Everything
all
else in them.
over his place, yeah.
And then we got another pouch.
Oh my
and
God,
what
this
I
one is
really
really
love,
cute.
I love this. And what I love about this is a zipper. And so I put my brushes in here. I had tried it out to see. And this is just a safe way to carry your brushes or anything that you really want to carry in your purse.
Liners.
It keeps
my
everything
God.
organized. So I really like this. It
Okay.
has a little magnet. So it closes, and then you have the zipper. And
Liners.
so it expands, and you can actually stand it up on a table. It's pretty neat.
Yes.
So I like it, and I'm glad I got it in my blogger's bag. This is crown brushes.
Okay.
And so this came in that little crown brush bag
Gotcha.
that had the little, what is that,
It was like a
the
sample,
powder, the
powder
little
that
sample
was in
stuff.
there.
So this is a glam shadow stick, and so you can use this as a base, put your eyeshadow over it. Like this is a blue shade, so you put your eyeshadow over the blue base, and it makes it stand out. And so I like that I have this. I'll try it one day.
Okay.
Soon. I don't wear eyeshadow like that. I'm pretty simplistic now, but
But what if you wanted to like
I may just give
intensify
it
your
that.
blush, like a purple blush, and put that
oh,
there?
that would be neat. Speaking of purple and blue,
Right.
check out. Okay, we got the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. Now, let me go ahead and pull the other one. And we normally get
Oh my
these
God,
types.
yes.
And this one is a matte a lip tar. Now, I've never really
I haven't
used.
tried their matte.
I've actually
Yeah.
tried it and I like it, but the color that I bought was such an off the wall color. It's like a what what color would you
get
call
that
that?
turquoise or you got
The
that blue?
turquoise. I got the
Turquoise.
turquoise, and I got the liner to match it. And so it's not something I would wear every day,
Every
but
day.
it's so fun if you just want to
Do something
play with
for a
it,
theme.
and then put the eye candy glitter on
Oh,
top.
yeah.
Yes, I love color, and so it's so fun to play with it.
Yeah, and so this is, I didn't open it to see if it was cream. It does say it's cream.
It's a cream.
So you can use this for the eyeshadow. You can use it for blush.
Blush.
Like if you're doing like an editorial type of photo shoot,
Yeah, that would
something
be
for a
perfect.
magazine, that'd be
Or if
perfect.
you're just different.
Yeah, if you're
Turquoise
just
hair,
different, you
oh,
want
I love
turquoise
lips.
blush.
Exactly,
I'm not
exactly.
gonna judge you. I'm not gonna say anything about it. And then you can use it for your lips. I see a lot of people walking around with blue lips, so it doesn't matter. But this is interesting. I'm definitely gonna put in my kit because I'm not gonna wear it. But for my kit, it's
You
good
never
to
know.
have.
Yeah.
I don't know. Really. And so I'm excited to try this also.
Don't you feel like we had so many reds at the show? Like it
We
was just
did.
so many reds.
Yeah,
Red was
red
just
And I
like
think this is
I
more like a
know.
red orange.
Exactly.
And so I'm
Yeah.
excited about
All different
that.
types of reds.
And that's the Lizine. We got an eyeshadow.
That's very pretty.
Yeah, this
Yes.
is pretty.
Very pretty.
And so I'm gonna put that in my metal palette.
There you go.
Next, I've been seeing this all over the place, and I
NYX.
was not gonna buy it. I said nope, I'm not getting it. But James suggested it. It was in our bag, and I was like, well,
we're
that's a
gonna
good
use
one
it.
to try.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
so I'm
gonna
gonna
use
use
it.
it.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to have that. Now this right here. This is Miron. We all got Miron, but
I
each
got
one's
that.
got-
Yeah, we-
okay, I know they said there was a Miron palette that nobody
really got
I was
it,
like,
but-
I don't think nobody got that palette.
No.
Exactly.
And so this is a barrier spray, and I think considering for those that do bridal, I think this is good. I tried it, and what I don't care for is I know it's alcohol in there, and I can feel it when I put the alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, it tingles. But if you close your eyes shut really tight or put some glasses on and seal those eyes, you'll be fine. But it does make your makeup last all day. So if you're doing, I like to use creams, and y'all know that.
Yes.
I talk about cream.
Yes.
AJ Crimson, hi!
What's
So,
up, AJ?
so I talk about AJ Crimson foundations all the time, and most times if I'm using cream, I'm using cream blushes, I'm using cream eyeshadow and all that. And so this is good. Once you seal your foundation with a powder, this is good to follow up with, and throughout the day, it's gonna last. I
does
wore my
last.
makeup, I wore my makeup. I go to work like around 5 in the morning, and so I had my makeup on. I sprayed this on. And by the end of the day, I got home probably around 7 p.m. or something because I had to go somewhere else. And it lasted. My makeup did not budge. I had to literally scrub the makeup off
Oh, wow.
just to get it off because it was this was holding it. And
So
this-
it's worth it to have
Yeah,
a
it's
product
worth
like
it
that
to
in your
have
kit.
it.
I
Next to
think
the bridal.
And let me tell you where this is at because I've seen this quite a few times at Dorm's place.
Okay,
Makeup
the Makeup
Artist
Artist
Project.
Project. Oh, Makeup
And
Artist
so
Project.
if you don't want to order it and you
You can
just
go pick it up from
need
there.
to go get it, if you're in Houston, passing through Houston, go stop by Dorm's place, the Makeup Artist Project. He has it. And if you're a makeup artist or
students.
student or something,
Yeah.
you get a
Psychologist,
discount.
Or yeah.
esthetician.
So you can get a student discount, makeup artist discount, and get this. He's gonna have it because he represents Miron.
Now,
The makeup
Gracie
artist-
was telling me, Gracie was telling me about using this with body paints. Was that you?
You
Oh,
can,
with your airbrush.
yeah, you can put it in the airbrush. You can put it on body paints, and it just sets
And it
it.
makes your makeup last. And so you just mix it with the airbrush makeup and then spray it.
Yeah,
That's
with that
awesome.
and also like their Miron palettes. I just spray a little bit on the brush and start
Wow.
on time with it, and
And
it
it
stays.
keeps it on. Yeah, interesting.
Well, but the only thing that I don't like about this bottle is when it sprays.
Oh, it sprays.
Let me tell you, it sprays. It's
Yes.
like so you really
Far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
airbrush
Yeah.
is probably the best way to use it because that's why I was feeling that
Oh, I can smell the
alcohol.
alcohol.
Yeah.
So what would you put? How many drops would you put? Like 1 or 2 in your?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not so
Not
much.
many? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. We got the NYX eyeshadow, and I think this is a pretty color for a transition.
Yeah.
And then NARS, I
Yeah,
love
brown.
NARS, you know.
Oh, I love the blood.
Yeah,
that's
this
the
time we
blush.
got the
I
blush.
used that
Last
blush
year
last
we had
Oh
the
my
contour
god,
highlight.
very nice blush.
Yeah.
I used that blush on my client last night.
That's it.
I got the highlights.
Oh, you got the highlighted
Yeah.
one. Well, I wish I'd have known that. You'd had an exchange.
No,
You'd be like, my orange changed colors. I got the orange and pink one though.
and
Mine.
this
I got the
one
orange
is
Yes, I love it.
Jubilation. Ooh, that sounds like
Jubilee.
Jubilee.
I love
Yeah.
that highlight.
Yeah,
It's
that's
perfect for different skin tones.
Yes,
exactly.
you
It's
can work
one for
it.
each
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this. I don't
like
know if
to
I'm
have
going to
two
put
in
it in
one.
my
Let
kit.
me see that.
Don't you take it.
She's
So
one.
let me talk about my favorite product. So everybody knows. Well, at least y'all know.
Everybody knows.
We do
But
know.
for the most part, anyone that follows me or anything or really close knows that I love two brands. For the most part, it's AJ Crimson and it's Magnolia Makeup.
Of course she does. Look at all of these little colors. She even got Judy and I on Magnolia Makeup.
Exactly.
So what I love about this, and this is how I came out to find out about these, because I seen a post from Magnolia Makeup, and it was a girl wearing one of the shade, actually this shade that I have on, and I was like, oh my God, that shade is gorgeous. And so I asked them, and they said it's called Egg Plenish. So Egg Plenish and Matador, because I'm familiar with Matador and Kitten. I'm familiar with these two colors, and they're one of my favorite shades. But not Kitten, but
Egg
Egg Plenish, I've been wearing it every day during the week.
What liner are you wearing with it?
I have no liner.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
And so what I love about this
Still fake.
is, let me show you.
Now don't turn
Don't
it
flip it.
upside down.
Exactly.
So what I love about this is the applicator. If you have a steady hand, then you can line your lips yourself with this. And so a lot of people ask me, do I have a liner? I'm like, no, I ain't got no liner. I don't have no base under this. And so Magnolia Makeup is known for their pigmentation.
Yes.
And they're wild colors because they have very colorful pigments.
Yeah, their powders are so
Their
pigmented.
powders, their highlighters, and so I love all of their products. And I carry a lot of their products, but mainly their lips, and I have a lot of their eyeshadow pigments, and I have a few of their highlighters. But these right here, I'm gonna get all of their colors. But this is Egg Plenish, and as I said, this is Kitten.
It's my favorite.
Kind of look like your shade. Yeah, you was trying to take my
I
picture.
made sure. Yeah, I made
I borrowed it a
sure.
couple
I
times at the show.
That was one of my go-to, just because I'm from Louisiana.
Yeah.
You know, I seen this a while back, a couple years ago, and I was like, I have to try this makeup just because their pigments are so beautiful.
And these ladies are stationed, as you said,
And they're
in
awesome,
Louisiana,
too.
New Orleans. They're both sisters, and I got to know them years ago when I first started as a makeup artist. And so that was I started as a makeup artist in 2009, and so I think a year later is when I found out about their products. But ain't nothing changing. Every year they're changing up the formulas. They're always trying to find something to, because I know Matador, when I first purchased Matador, that was when they first came out with the Ultramax. And the issue that I had with that was not the pigment or the matte, but it rubbed out. And so I asked them, has the formulation changed since then? And they said yes, which I noticed that it changed because this does not rub out like Matador does, and Matador don't rub off either. And so I'm happy to. I normally support smaller businesses. And,
Didn't she say that they were working on the formulation?
yeah,
now
they're still
again to
working
keep
on the
it
formulation
so that
to keep it
stays
to
on
stay.
longer.
But this is far better than the first one when it started off, because it used to, I'll take my hands and just accidentally just rub it and it would show up on my hands. And so it has changed. Don't take them, Judy.
Oh my
One thing
goodness.
she did tell me, she said they do sit, so you have to shake it up a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, and
But
I
she
noticed
says once
that.
you do
Flip
that,
them
yeah.
over either.
Yeah, because they'll
Yeah.
liquid, so they'll
Yeah.
yes.
And so I did notice that, but I absolutely love them, and I would get every shade because they have a lot more shades, but these were. The
I
ones
got
that I really
the
wanted to
brownish, kind of a brownish copy
Yeah.
shade.
Which is
I got the
really
hot
pretty.
pink.
get.
Oh, you got the hot pink.
The
Okay.
hot pink, I
No,
forgot the
it's,
name of it.
more,
Yeah, but it's
it's lighter than that. It's like a
Oh, okay. More
like a
just like.
caramely type.
It's
one.
really pretty with her
I should
skin.
have brought it. I
Yeah.
forgot.
And I actually bought a red because
Yeah.
of you, and I have it on now. So
Oh, I meant to ask you that. I was like, look at her. She's getting her
I was
life.
like, is that velvet?
I know, right? I know. It's matte.
Yeah,
It's
definitely check them out if you're looking for just a new brand to try out. Check them out. I know them. Alasia love them.
We know
Yeah, we had a really good conversation
We all
with them.
know now, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we had a really good conversation with them. They became very personable at the show. They
Answered a
gave
lot of
really good
questions.
advice.
Very
Exactly.
engaging.
So definitely tell our viewers where they can pick the Magnolia makeup
Okay.
products up if they were interested.
So,
viewers.
if you,
I know, right?
you can follow them on Instagram for one. They're on Instagram and Facebook, but I say Instagram because it's a lot more user friendly and everyone has Instagram for the most part. And then you can go to their website, www.magnoliamakeup.com.
If you didn't
I
hear
should
that,
go.
it
What you got
is.
over there?
Again, it's www.magnoliamakeup.com.
What you got over there, Gracie?
I know, right? I know.
What you
Make
got over
sure.
there?
Okay, one thing I did pick up, and I had a chance just because I was walking through trying to map out, who I wanted to stop by, and I almost passed these guys up. And one of the girls walked out. She says, "Hey, would you like some lashes?" I'm like, "No, I have tons of lashes. Every lash you can think of." But for some reason, I tried these. They're the mink lashes, and they're velour.
Ooh, is that what you're on?
Yes, I do have.
Very
some.
nice.
Yeah.
No, they look really nice. I know.
She says these are their best sellers, and I'm
No.
not a lash wearer just because I like natural things.
I
like
do
my,
too.
My lashes to grow out, not pluck them.
Exactly.
Once you put lashes, you pull them out. But
Exactly.
these, the band is so. What can I say? Soft. It's
Lightweight.
not. Yeah, and once you put them on, you barely feel them. I hate the flutter of the.
Let me check it out.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna tell her pass them down.
Yeah, and
So
I've
we're gonna have to
heard
look at
the
those.
mink is pretty awesome, and the deal they had a good deal. They were like $20, I think.
It's good to go in a group because what we did was there's so much to do in a small period of time. So what we
Yeah.
did was we took the whole schedule that the makeup show provided. We went through it and saw the important things that we each wanted to be a part of. Free seminars that you pay for, some of the booths. And we split up and we each took seminars and then came back and did like a little round
Pass
table.
notes.
Exactly.
You can
We
pass
had
tips
notes.
on to
Yeah, we told
Exactly.
They
So-
missed that class.
Yeah.
So when
we
we
told
ran
each
into people, we were like, yeah, this was so important. And then they mentioned this, and that. And so that also was helpful. Faith was actually able to video some of the sessions that she
Yeah.
went into. And then Judy and I went to her sessions and then took photos and,
And then
took
I fortunately
pictures.
had a photographer, Robert Tremaine, to do the photos.
Yes.
And so it really helped me balance myself because I knew that I couldn't do it all. I knew I couldn't be at every
Exactly.
seminar.
Yes.
And so us being,
Brand
there as a group
ambassadors and stuff.
and brand ambassadors of the group, us being there together, we was able to break it off, and that makes it easier on everyone. And even coming to the show, I want to touch on this right quick. A lot of people they miss out on coming to the show because, I don't have enough money, I don't have this. This is
Find
a great
the money.
time.
Plan ahead.
Get together.
Get together.
The
That's
meetups, get
important.
together. We
Yeah.
stayed together.
Yeah, we
all
stayed
stayed
together
together.
and
And a
it's
five-star
really
hotel.
Yeah, and it wasn't because we didn't have the money.
Yeah.
Because we always going together. We know each other. We always hang
Ride
out, and it made it
together,
fun.
stay
We
together.
ride together, stay together. So it made it fun.
And it
Which
really,
also
really
cuts the
helped.
cost, too.
It cut
Cuts
the
the
cost.
cost.
And I think I spent how much we spent. We stayed at the Hyatt this year
Was
because
it
last year.
$300?
Last year I stayed somewhere outside of somewhere.
So you had to get
in the
in
middle
there.
of nowhere. So,
Yeah, so it was a lot.
not only did I have to drive from my hotel to there, but then I had to consider parking, which was the same. Actually, it was a little bit more than valet parking.
Right.
Exactly.
And so us staying there
You- they would
and
just get
already
up,
being
walk
at the
downstairs.
building.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not only that,
That's the
like I bought
beneficial
stuff
part.
and I walked back to my room.
Exactly.
That's
That way
it.
you don't
That's
miss
it.
it.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
go lay
benefit.
down, take a break, whatever you had to do.
That way you
Right.
don't lose your stuff. You
That's
can
all
put your
it was
stuff
so
away.
convenient.
all a part of networking. You
Yes.
get together and meet other people like-minded. You might not have friends that want to just run and go with you to the makeup show.
Exactly.
So that's why
I asked my
we
friends,
agree
they're
to
like,
everything.
we can.
Right.
And I
That's
was
why
glad
we
that I
do
was
this.
able to meet a lot
Other
of
people
Houston,
there.
Yeah,
all
because
came
next year
together.
you can
Right, so
consider
next
that.
year,
Touching
'Cause
on
I'm like,
that.
I want to get a big thing next year. I want to get like a house or something.
Yeah,
Everybody
Yeah,
just stay at the house
so we
and
can all be in one place. Touching on that too, it was very nice that we
We had to
all
meet
met up.
Yeah.
Right, oh,
the
we had to
night
meet up there.
of.
That's why we're
It
on
was
the couch.
very nice,
We
exactly.
had a couch meet up in Dallas.
Exactly, we sure did have a couch meetup. So I thought it was very nice that we all got together and then, opened the door for like other artists that wanted to come in
Well,
and
you know,
kind
I
of meet
actually
us.
met an artist there. She was just starting off, quit her career. She was in some medical field, and she just happened to hear me talking that I do makeup photography, whatever. So she goes, "Hey, I'm from Houston. I know no one. I don't know where to start." And I actually invited her to our meetup, and she
Was that Nikki?
Yeah, I think that was her name. She was with the blonde hair.
Yeah, yeah.
I brought her with
Gotcha,
me, and
she
she's
is.
like, "Thank you so much."
She hung out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
today.
she hung out with you guys. And she was so excited.
Wow,
So,
so you see how networking, I
Yeah.
mean, just
Yeah.
someone passing by, hearing you talk, and knowing, like, they get inspired by that, and like, oh, she's from Houston too. If you don't say anything, there's no way
way
for
people
anyone
can
to know.
know.
You have to open your mouth and say something.
And I think people think that a lot of the artists are just like selfish
And
don't want to help
anybody,
anyone.
and-
But I have not run across that, and I think it's because I surround myself around certain people, and that's
And you
probably
give
why I
off
haven't
positive
mixed
vibes.
with, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
probably why I haven't mixed with or ran into those type of people. But I know it does exist. I just kind of block it out, and so it's important to be around the right people, find
Absolutely.
people that really
Absolutely.
network. I definitely believe in
Yeah.
that.
I do too.
You could sit there and have so many jobs, you can't do them all.
Absolutely.
That person you can depend on. Hey,
And
I'll
trust.
send you this way, or
Yes.
that way. I got a job for you. I can't make it.
Exactly.
Or whatever the situation is. I'll never sit there and say, hey, I'm with this crew, that crew, blah, blah, this and that. One thing I did realize is that, you have to sit back and let people be them.
Right.
And if you feel
That's
like
true.
you can network and build yourself with
With
them,
them.
why
Then
not?
why not?
Exactly.
And it's not even about like, I think people be like, oh, so you using them, for a better.
Yeah,
I
it's not
think
even about that.
this is how I feel. I feel like that we are all servants in some way, shape, or form, and so we're all serving a purpose to help someone else, with whatever we're doing. And so I consider myself a servant to someone else. I consider myself a servant to you because I'm serving you for your purpose. You're serving me for my purpose, and we're all
Through you,
helping.
we can accomplish
Yeah,
so much.
because we can't do it by ourselves.
Right.
It's not realistic to try to do things by yourself. And so I try to connect with different people because I know at the end of the day that we all need one another. I just connect with the right people because everybody is not for me.
Well, if
Yes.
the other person is thinking negatively about it, then that's probably not the person you want to connect with
Yeah.
anyway. If they're thinking, oh, you're using me versus this is an opportunity for me, then you probably don't want to,
You can come across so many people, within a year or two, that person could be somewhere where, they can help you out
can
because
grow.
you helped them out at
Yes.
one point in time. And
Yeah.
it's not necessarily just makeup, it's overall.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah, because my goals are different from yours.
Yeah,
yours
it's
and
over-
yours.
it's overall.
I might be in this industry and hang out with, makeup artists and do makeup, but my goals might be to own salons all across this region, the southern region, but never actually interact in the salons or whatever my purpose is. So it's always good to
Everybody's is different.
Yeah,
exactly.
these are people that you really want to talk to, CEOs, or these are
Even
people.
Sephora was
yeah,
there.
Yeah,
Sephora was
Sephora.
there.
It was a couple of them, that
Yeah.
table, and it was actually,
The hiring
it was a different
managers and
experience.
Different
I've never
experience.
had an experience like that on, interview or just meeting someone.
Yeah.
They were awesome.
And even if you weren't looking for a job,
Exactly.
it got you
It
to
was
get that on your
yeah.
game plan
It was
and be like,
different,
you know what, I
positions.
want to do something.
It
Exactly.
wasn't just artists. They were looking for managers. They were looking
Exactly,
for
people in
everything.
in business, on the corporate side of it. So I think that in itself was very
Really big,
beneficial.
yeah.
The Mac people actually followed up with me, and they have been very aggressive in getting me in the Mac store in Galleria. I haven't done
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, okay.
So if someone was looking for a
They
job,
were
this
the
is a
first to
perfect
contact me also.
opportunity.
Yeah, they were pretty.
Yes.
They were pretty
And that's so
good.
funny you guys said that because everybody came out and was like, why is Mac here? They're not even hiring. So that's
No,
so
they
funny.
are.
They
have
I
positions.
know that,
Yeah.
that just shows people's
Yes.
No, but you know what? It makes you
they
feel
think.
good because you don't feel like you wasted your time.
Right.
Yeah.
At all. They've
Exactly.
emailed and and they connected me with the main people here. I mean, basically last Saturday they were ready to offer me a job.
Yeah.
I was like, that was amazing.
And
I
that's-
wasn't even
that's-
there looking for a job.
And that's
that's
a good
so
thing
funny.
about the
I said
career. That's a good thing about the career fair. It's a great way to get your foot forward. Don't ever look at it like, you know, like you said, people was coming out and they was like, yeah, they weren't even hiring. Don't look at it like
Yeah,
that because
exactly.
they may, if they're not hiring right
You
now,
don't
they're
know what-
hiring in the future.
exactly.
And they're gonna
You never know
remember
what
you.
people
They,
are
I
looking
don't
for.
even remember you going to the back table.
Right.
I did, and you know what? They gave me some information, and I was like, whatever. Well, you know what? I was like, well, I'm not even gonna worry about it. But then I got
But you know,
back and I
Matthews
saw
always
the
had that
email.
reputation
Yeah.
where they're just like, they don't hire anybody. who's the
Exactly.
best.
Right.
No,
But then I got that
I was
email,
surprised.
and they were I'm telling you, very aggressive in contacting me. Like I got 2 emails from the lady who interviewed me, 2 of them, and then she connected me with the management at the Galleria because she emailed asking which store I was close to. They didn't even let me respond.
So I
They
think it's
connected me with
important
Matt
to,
Galleria, which
you know, when
everybody
you go
knows
to
is
these
like
career
a big
fairs, when you
deal.
go
Matt
to the
Galleria.
makeup show to, you know, make it
Just
the
be
best
open-minded.
and be
You should
open.
be.
Yeah, definitely be open.
I met with NARS, and I think that was probably the line that most impacted me because when I met with her, I come from the retail industry, and so she kind of gave me that same regional management kind of
Professionalism.
Yeah, exactly. So she, I sat down with her, and before I left, she did tell me you made a really big impact on me. So just remember that. So even if you're not looking for a position, it's nice to know that you still can
Made an impact.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
go through an interview process if you haven't interviewed in years and still make an impact on the person that is
That's
interviewing
important
you.
because
Exactly.
they'll remember you later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then also consider, even when you go to the makeup show or any networking event or whatever, consider having your business cards. Bring.
Oh my God, yes.
And that's the
Yes.
thing about the makeup show because it gives you the opportunity to promote. Not promote, but to get information that you need to know.
And
it gives you,
promote.
and promote, and it gives you the opportunity to learn some things like your resume. If you need help with, structuring your resume, going to that career fair was like the best time to
It
do
was.
that.
It was.
If you need, some advice about your portfolio and how to set it up, you need to know what direction to go in. When setting up your portfolio, that's the best time to go in there. Even they had a beauty insider section. I don't know if y'all knew about that, but I was able to talk to Michael DeVellis and just, kind of feed into what, the information that he had, and I was able to ask questions. The Perfect Face, Danielle Dooley, she was sitting there. And so the Beauty Insider is also a great way to get to know the brand.
Okay.
The
I missed
person
that.
behind the brand. And if you have if you missed the career fair, then you could have been a part of the Beauty Insider. They could look at your portfolio. They could,
Awesome.
and so that's a great. You can get advice if you want to start a cosmetic
At least
business.
what direction to go.
Yeah,
Wow,
what direction
that's
to go
awesome.
in. And so I really enjoyed that part because I was able to connect with them even on another level.
Yeah.
I got to know them more than I would have gotten to know them if I went to their booth.
Gotcha.
And so I think I like that because it was a bit more personal.
Me too.
Yeah, and so I think that's a good thing for artists to really look into, and that was something new because they didn't have that.
But we'll keep that in
First
mind
year.
for next
Yeah.
time
They keep
because that
adding a
was
lot of stuff as far
which
as
is
education and
which is
everything.
really
So
good.
Yeah.
a lot of the education that they had this year, I noticed geared toward bridal.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of.
So they was
classes
kind of
for
smart when
bridal.
it came to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But what I was really disappointed about, and I was kind of hurt by it because when they, people like Jeremy, I asked them how did the educational classes go. Randy, I don't know if y'all know
Yeah,
Randy. Randy Strand was one of the brand ambassadors also, and she stayed more in the educational side.
Yes.
And so we didn't really see her inside the show. But I was asking her and different people how did the
She's
workshops
from Dallas,
go.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
I
lives in
didn't
Dallas.
either.
And they was like, oh, it didn't go too well. The turnout wasn't
expected.
good. It wasn't as expected. Like one person had one person in their class.
Oh, wow.
Vanessa had maybe 2 or 3. And so it was different from last year. I think they had a lot more people invest into the workshops, and I don't know if that was because people just didn't want to invest, they didn't have the money, or if it was the timing, they didn't know about the educational classes. I don't know.
I
And
think
so
they needed more of a description. I did take a class with Orlando Santiago, which was pretty awesome. He's definitely an experience you have to try. I mean, he's talented, he's educated, he has so many experiences he talks about. But there was not so much of like what the class was about. It was a hands-on class, and it just said hands-on. When I was sitting there, you know, the young lady walks up to, did you bring your brushes and your kit? I said, no, I didn't. There was nothing that said, please bring kits.
Okay.
Please, you know, because there was a setup. There was his makeup that he recommended, but no brushes and no, you know, our things we had.
You had to
And
bring
she said, well, you can go buy a set. I said, okay, I'll just do that. But you know, I think there should probably be more
Description
description
in
on
the-
what you
about
need to
the
bring, what
classes.
you need to do.
yeah, and that's
or
definitely
maybe-
something that we can work on
Exactly.
next year as
Yes.
ambassadors.
And
We can-
Or at least,
promoting.
like, once you pay for that class, then you should get that list.
yeah.
They should provide.
Like,
all
they
that
should
information.
provide-
bring
that you
this,
needed
don't
once you
forget
pay,
this.
right?
I
Like a
know.
reminder, or don't forget to bring, or
Even at the
to
door
bring,
before
or
you go in the
something.
class,
Yeah.
hey, do you have
Exactly.
time?
You're there.
I mean, you
That
can
might be
tell.
too late for
I
some
don't
people.
see
You want
any
to buy
email.
another set of brushes.
Exactly. What if
You
that's
know,
not in my
on your
budget?
list, right?
Yeah, so
Or
I
you
think
have
they
like me
probably should-
17 sets of brushes at home, and I get to the show, it's like, buy another set of brushes.
I said,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
I can still go
After
buy
I paid
another.
$150.
Right, I'm really gonna
Yeah.
go browse
After I
today,
paid
right?
So just simple things like that would just help people actually want to take the
wanna
classes.
take the classes.
Well, that all
More knowledge
goes
about
into the time frame too,
Yeah,
because it
we
was in
really did
October,
have
but then
time.
again in June. So
Right.
then you get everything kind of laid out. That way you
Exactly.
can
Right.
share
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I noticed even from the perspective as a brand ambassador. I noticed because they changed the time and it was pushed to June versus September like it was last year. It made it a lot more as far as promotion, getting
Like
the word
more
out.
rush, kind of
Yeah,
like a
more
rush.
rush. It wasn't a lot of information
Some
that
things were
was
left
shared.
out.
Yeah, things was left out. I felt like Dallas could have been, you know, a little bit neglected, and that's only because the show was pushed up and they was having shows back to back. They just had
They had
New
a lot
York
of
and
stuff
then
going on.
yeah, they had a lot of stuff going on. So I totally understand that, but I also feel that it should be considered with, you know, even with promotion because we're getting the word out.
Well, there was a reason why Dallas was included in the other makeup shows
Yeah.
versus before it wasn't. So it's equally as important as all of the other shows that they do,
Exactly.
and they should. Everyone should take it as serious.
And
And
the
you know,
less
one thing too,
excuses.
people from, you know, surrounding areas, not just Texas, came to the show.
Yeah.
A lot of
One
people
of-
came to the
exactly.
show.
Yeah, one of my friends came from
So
Boston.
we need more advertising for that. That
Exactly.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
I
I mean, even if you've been to other shows, and you know you think that the experience is the same, but it's not. So
It's not.
even if I would have gone to, let's just say, the New York
It's
show,
different.
I may
People
want to
are
come
there,
to Dallas
yeah.
to experience it, and vice versa. You know,
the Southern hospitality.
of
too.
course, of course.
Well, I found that they depend a lot on the social media and the brand ambassadors and Twitter and all that stuff to do most of the advertising. Well, I don't know how you guys' pages run, but my page runs. If I put information on my page, people go, oh. If I put something funny on my page, they go, oh, let me see what that is.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later down the road, I'm like, oh, I'm in Dallas. Oh, what you doing in Dallas? I'm at the makeup show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is
man,
what I've
tell me
been-
about it.
which is what I've been
Got
putting
that too.
information
Yeah,
about for
like,
the past
look
couple weeks.
above and between, because I'll do it on purpose sometimes. I'll post something really stupid, then I'll post something important, then I'll post something really stupid, just to see who's paying attention.
Well, you know, one thing too, it's hard when you have like you're following so many people. Like I could
Keep up with
actually
everything.
pass up the actual makeup show advertisement or
Just
picture,
scrolling
whatever.
through.
But if you posted, hey, I'm going to the show, who else is going? I'm like, oh,
Ask
so
a question.
It's like, yeah,
Give
so
me
that's
an
when I'm
answer.
like, okay, let me look it up. You know,
Yeah,
let me
that's
check
what
the
we
dates.
do in the
on-
group. We'll
I
ask
find
that
out more
question.
through people than the actual
Yeah.
show.
And I-
Exactly.
yeah.
You're absolutely right about that, Gracie. Like you look through other people. That's how I found
Yeah.
out about it the first time that it was coming to Dallas, because I saw you and someone else had posted about it. So I went through and I was like, oh my God. And then I ended up meeting
Yeah.
Faith. So
And I had no intentions on going to the Dallas show ever, because I don't need to go to the Dallas show, I feel, because I've been doing hair and makeup for 30 years. Seen so many products, I'm a hoarder, I don't need to go. But just the excitement
the
of seeing all
education
the
part,
new
and then there's
people,
free
meeting new
education.
people. I've seen people at the show I haven't seen in years.
exactly.
and just getting out from doing the same thing.
You
Yeah.
get inspiration.
Yeah,
from
so
these
it kind
artists.
of boosted
Yeah.
it.
Open your eyes to
boost me
new
back
things.
up.
Yeah, when I came back, I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's another thing I found out with more established and older artists. They're like, I don't need to go to that show. How many times you need to show me how to contour? I know where contour goes. I
Yeah.
know color theory, but it's not all about just
It's
that.
product.
And sometimes it's
Yeah.
that
It's
one
one
little
different
tweak
one. Yeah,
that
one
could
little
change
thing.
your whole career.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been to so many shows. I must be on her vibe today because them sponges.
Oh my God, those sponges.
Yeah, so it's
Are
like,
amazing.
Right, so it's like just going there. I've seen the sponges before. I've seen them several times, but to actually go there, put them in my hands,
Like,
see them
you've
and
been in the
touch them,
business for
then I'm
so
like,
long,
oh.
you could try something that will make the job faster.
Just
or better.
Just a little bit. This is a little
Something
bit
small.
like the Mayron spray. I see that all the time. I'm always in the makeup artist product. I'm like, I don't
I
need
know,
that.
and I pass
I don't
it
need
up
that.
Pass it up all the time.
And that's a problem that you get when you get to be an established older artist. You have some things that you
You're
use,
set.
and you're just like, okay,
You're set
I'm not
on
buying
it.
all this
Yeah.
stuff. It's just new stuff. It's the same thing with a different label. But then you start finding out about stuff like you said with the Mayron spray, using it with body paint, using it in your airbrush. So stuff like that, you don't find out if you're just sitting in your own area doing your clients and working every day. You start to get into a rut. But so this is also good for more established artists as
Yeah.
well.
But not only that, say you need a product. And you go online, you have to pay shipping, you have to pay this.
Oh, yeah, right.
The
You
deals
get it
were
there.
so good.
They
had
were
so many
really
deals.
good.
And
Exactly. So you
another thing
wanna
about
try it.
deals, a lot of
The
these
prices
companies,
were
the
good.
criteria for getting on the makeup artist discount is getting as long as a telephone book. So when
Right.
you go to the makeup show, you can get all this stuff for the discount.
I got
and
tons
you
of
can
phone
sign up
cards there. Yeah, I signed up for everything.
Right.
Yes.
And I get
yes.
emails now for stuff that I wanted to buy, couldn't buy at
Right.
the moment.
Exactly.
Right.
You're like, okay, I
They're
can
just-
still buy
They
it.
follow up. They know that you were there.
Right.
You
They
need
know
something
that
else.
you- Exactly.
Which goes
So-
into them also, I feel like they should probably offer, like continue to email, like if you're on their
Right.
mail list or email list, continue to send email blasts
And
like
I
a
would
week
say
or
something
two
a little
after.
better.
Or offer like a discount
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yes,
too.
exactly.
They should offer like a discount.
After.
Oh, you came to the show.
Well, here
let's
you
see what
go.
else we got. Yeah.
Even if it's
You
like
visited us,
20%,
you bought
yeah.
something.
Yeah.
here's
Here's
another
something else,
20%
right? Get you to
or
buy
gift
some more
or
stuff.
something.
Exactly.
Maybe you didn't have the money at the show, but
Exactly.
you came home and worked
2 weeks
2 more
later,
weeks.
then
You
you
might
got
have some
money
more money
now,
to spend
which is how I
again.
feel. I'm like, oh my God, I
They
want
need
that
us on
Kevin
the marketing
O'Quan.
team.
I know. I want that Kevin O'Quan number 14 makeup because I bought 13 and I need to mix
Right.
it.
You need that
But I'm not going to
regular
pay
pay.
regular price for it. So you're
Exactly.
absolutely
And
right.
shipping, you don't pay all that. I mean, so if you're not interested in the education, meeting people, buying is, you know, you have something there that you need to get for your kid.
So buy it. Why not?
Yeah, why
I
not
mean,
buy
now
it?
is a good
Exactly.
time to
Right.
get
You
it.
have to
But
think
that,
about it. Mhm.
that extension of the discount, I really think that they should definitely
Yeah, that's
consider
what I was about to say.
because I mean, by far, like we're all artists and we're coming out of pocket for a lot of the
A
things
lot
that
of
we're
stuff.
getting, including lodging, you know, transportation, and
Yeah.
so offering an
And
extended
I lean
discount.
towards more the brands that are more
Geared
catered to
toward.
pros.
Yeah.
Just because
Yes.
you know I'm gonna buy from you if I like
Right.
your product.
Exactly.
So treat us right.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And
that was
I
funny.
think-
That's one thing that you said about the pros. At being and going to the show, I don't want products. I want products for you to show me products for my clients. I want you to show me
Yes.
things. Try this for your client. They're matching me. They're like I have
Right.
on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. Thank you, Makeup Forever. But I wasn't going there to buy another foundation. Show me something for my client. Oh, this works for your clients because this is for your clients because we know it's a pro event. Why are
Yeah.
you selling me stuff?
And that's what I
Exactly.
loved about, I love the Perfect Face. I got to know Danielle Dooley. She was a first time attendee last year, and her story was amazing because I got to talk to her at the Beauty Insider, and she was saying that, you know, I was just a regular person that came to the show, and then I got to know James Vincent, and then James Vincent was like, "We want you at the show
Wow,
next year."
amazing.
And so that's how she ended up there as an educator. But what I loved about, she did a seminar, and what I loved about her products and what she talked about, she promoted more for the client versus the person that was coming in trying to buy something for themselves.
Exactly, right.
But there were people that was trying, because there were some beauty bloggers that I knew, and they were looking for products for, you know, their skin, that for themselves, that was good. And so I took one of the bloggers to the perfect face, and so they were able to sell her, you know, on some products. But that's what I loved about the perfect face, because they marketed more for
the client,
versus
yes.
you know, the individual.
Yes, and that's
person that was coming
what
there.
the show should aim towards. That then,
Yeah.
if you know that if I come up there and are you a makeup artist? Then that's how you approach me. Are you
Right.
coming here? Oh, what do you
Because
looking
most
for?
of us are
you
makeup
looking for something for
artists,
you? Okay, then that's how you approach me. Oh, you're a
Well,
makeup artist
I mean,
and trying
I
to
know
find
the
something for you?
average
Well, let me
person-
show you something
right,
for
I'm-
both. Yeah.
I know they would probably buy what they need.
Right.
Me as a pro, I need a couple things.
Right.
You know?
And
So
I want my
I'll probably
money's
spend
worth.
more if you
Right.
can sell me more.
Exactly.
Well, and then the person that you're interacting with should interact in a manner where, you know, if you like this, your clients will love this.
Right.
Or let me show you
Right.
what people are saying that their clients are loving now.
Right.
And then let me give you a sample of this because
Right.
you can try it and tell
And
your
then you
clients
tell your
about it.
clients,
So
and
it's
that's
all
it,
about the
yeah.
person that's actually selling themselves to you
Yeah.
and
Right.
then adding on to what you can use in your profession.
Right.
Because I know as a
Exactly.
beauty blogger, for me, I like to try the products first, and then if it's really, really good, then I will invest into it later on and add it to my kit. Because the only way I'm not going to just put stuff in my kit and just be like, okay, I'm going to put this on my client. It may not work.
You're
for
really
my
good
client.
about doing that, and
Yeah.
you actually inspired me to start doing. Because with me, I'll buy products, and I'm like, oh, let me put it on my like. I like to use it. I'm like, I'll wear what I normally wear, and then let me put it on them. But I've actually started using a lot of the stuff that I actually get, even if it's sample size, so I can try it, talk about it, and then get
Yeah.
excited about it. Because I read about it, but it's nothing like actually trying it yourself.
Yeah, and then
So-
You don't
selling.
want something bad for your client.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Exactly.
But if I know that it fits her, if she's oily and this is going to help with
Right.
oily skin, I might not want to use it on me, but I'll use it on her.
Yeah.
So I read about it, I find out about it, but then what I've actually started doing now is actually trying everything I have in my kit, whether
It's the
it's
only way to
for
find
me
out.
or, not.
Like these, we were sold these for clients.
Yes.
But they, told us all about them, but they were geared toward our
Mm-hmm.
clients, toward our client being in the chair, being able to do it on set, stuff
Yes.
like that.
Yeah. And we've actually been
And
using
even though we played in it, yeah.
Yes, exactly. We can still use it
play
because
in
we
it,
know our
loved it.
clients will love
Right.
it. And male and female guys,
Right.
male
Yeah.
and female, because I actually use this on male clients as
clients.
well, and they absolutely love it because a lot of
Yes.
times they don't know about exfoliating or masking.
They
Yeah,
definitely don't.
so that's the kind of way I want to be sold. Stuff I want to know about what I can use on my clients, what I can use in my kit, what's kid
Exactly.
friendly, what's
Yeah,
the
and we
benefits,
bring
and
down
stuff like that. And then,
clients.
and of course we play in it, so that's like a given.
Obviously.
Yeah, and me, I love James Vincent. Y'all know I love
We
him.
already know.
Who
And
doesn't?
and normally if he say this stuff is good, I
we
believe
rush
him.
it. We rush to the
But
counter.
yeah, I do believe him when he says something is good. But however, I like to know for myself.
For yourself.
And
Why it's
because
good.
because it's important to be able to deliver that to your client and be able to tell them this is why I suggest this product. They're looking for something for their skin, and they be like, oh, I love this product that you're using, and you can tell them more, and you eventually you
Because you
make
can't
it.
just say it works. It just works.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You need some, just give me
Yeah.
some background. I just want to know. Like Static Nails, Alexia, when I walked up to her, I was like, well, is the glue gonna damage my nails? And she was like, no. And she stopped there and I was like, well, tell me why not. And she
Right.
went on to tell
And then
me.
she started telling you why.
Exactly. That's what I want to know. Like, you can't just give me yes or no
No.
answer. You
Yeah.
tell me
We
why.
can go to the makeup counters for that.
Exactly.
They can just tell you this
Exactly.
your color. Here you go.
Exactly.
I wanna
So, yeah,
know.
give me
I
more.
wanna
Have to
know
know
from a
your
makeup artist
color.
standpoint.
Yes,
Right.
because I need an answer from my clients. This is your product. So, yes, I do agree with you guys.
So I think overall the makeup show did fabulous.
It did.
I think it did pretty
I think
good.
it's
Thumbs up, right?
gonna. I
They
think
didn't
next
do what
year
they
when they
wanted to
come, I think it's gonna be a lot more better. And I think it's gonna be better because it's gonna be a learning lesson
Yes.
for them. I don't think that they're gonna push us away because they know that Dallas has a good market. I think they're not dumb. When it
Yeah,
comes
they're
to
not
that.
dumb with Dallas.
And so they know they're not dumb at all. And so they know that. And so I think they're gonna be back and they're gonna use this last makeup show as a learning lesson
Yes.
and
For
to
the
make
next
them
one.
grow. And so and it's a learning lesson for us also.
Also, yeah,
That as
definitely.
far as how to approach
everybody. Yes.
everyone next year.
Because no matter what
for
all
it.
we did, we spent a lot of our time at the makeup show still helping people.
We did.
Yeah,
we
Still showing them which
did.
classes to go to.
We
still
did.
telling them which clients, which vendors to go to.
But I noticed
Still
some
telling
classes
them
were
about
all
sign-ups.
over the place.
It was
They
all over
were,
the place.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I've
so,
been to
you know,
shows where
they're
you
more
go
like
the convention
here,
center.
here,
This is
here.
the meeting area. This is where
Mhm.
all the
all
classes,
the classes
will
are.
be, and this is where all the selling will be, or whatever the situation is. So
So
maybe
you
they
kind
can
of like
work
going
on
to this class,
that.
yeah, you at
So
this
you're not
class,
all
and
over
you
the
go
place
here.
missing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it is. You're all over
All
the
over the
place.
place.
Unless you actually have to plan it out where it benefits you, which is anywhere
Yeah.
you go. But like you said, you really are all over
All
the
over
place.
the place,
And then
yes.
you get distracted and you may miss 15 minutes of an important session that you
Because
really
you're
wanted to
distracted doing
attend.
something else.
Exactly.
Like this here, is it the Powder Group?
Yeah, this
Yes.
is from the
I've
Powder
never
Group.
heard of them. Never. Well, I know I've seen them a couple times, but never really knew what they offered.
Okay.
I was walking by, no one was there. They were way in the back by themselves, just standing there. So I walked up to the girl, just to see what she said. So when she told me, what the information was, I'm like, wow, I didn't even know we had this.
That was available,
So
right?
they should have been in front.
Exactly.
At least, somewhere noticeable.
Because
they were
everybody
could have
walks
been
past
the,
them.
Well, because of what they do, and they're not just a vendor; they
Right.
actually are
No,
the
they help
spokesperson
them.
for
They help
our
Exactly.
industry. So I
So
think they should be a
everybody should know
headliner,
them, right?
When you think about Michael DeVellas, you think about the Powder Group, you think about everything associated with it. You think about headliner of
Yeah.
cosmetics of
I
the
was like,
makeup
oh my God,
industry.
I didn't know there was a place. She goes, we can help you find jobs. We
That
can
is a
refer you.
good
Any
point,
questions?
And let me tell you,
And
let me tell
the
you.
membership is totally worth it. I didn't get it
Yeah.
at the show, which I wish I would have because I didn't go back. But I think they should be like not a
Extension.
headliner,
Yeah,
but maybe in the front where this is your first stop.
Yes,
Before
yes.
you go.
Before you go anywhere, you stop here.
Exactly.
It's like you check in the front.
Absolutely.
It's like you check
This
in
is
to
an
pay.
option.
Yeah.
When you come in, you need to check in.
Did you know about this?
And let, me,
Exactly.
and let me tell you, this is why On Makeup Magazine, this is a product from the the Powder Group. I'm sorry about to say the makeup show. But this is a product from the Powder Group. And what I love about the Powder Group is, this is what I tell a lot of people, a lot of my jobs and a lot of things have come from the Powder Group. I've been recommended for what the artists, not just hairstyle. It's not just makeup artists with their hairstylists on there. There's photographers, nail techs, and all that. They have workshops, seminars, all during the year, and they have a directory of all the artists that are a part of the Powder Group and what city you are from, what state you are from. And if there is a particular project going on, a job going on, they'll refer you. And a lot of my jobs have come from that. Like I was able to work the Victoria's Secret models because of the Powder Group. Michael DeVellas referred me. He was like, "Oh, well, Faith is in." Now I'm not in Dallas, but he said I was in Dallas, and I don't mind
And
traveling.
you got to Dallas.
Yeah, and I-
When Michael says you're in Dallas, you're in Dallas.
and mind you, it's paid because they don't do anything that's not paid. Whatever you're doing through the Powder Group, you're getting paid for it. And so I was able to work with the Victoria's Secret models in Dallas, and I got paid over. It had to have been like 1,500 something because I was working a full day's time.
Right,
and it was
exactly.
a
You
2 day.
got your full rate.
Yeah, so I got my full rate and traveling
Without
and all
having to
that. Yeah.
negotiate, without having to go back
It's
and
all
forth.
the time.
You didn't have to wait for your PayPal.
all
You didn't have to
the
wait for
time.
your invoice.
Yes, and
You didn't
so-
have to argue about prices and
Yeah.
debate at the last minute.
And that's
It's
what I
already-
loved about it.
It's business, exactly. It's
Yeah.
business.
And that's what I love. And then not only did I make a connection with Michael DeVellas in that way, but when he brought me in for that project, I was working under the agency. It was an agency in New York called Timothy Priano, and he's a very popular agency in New York City. And so I was able to connect with them because in the future, who's to say I could have been working with them? I could move and I could have been working under the agency.
Yes,
You just
exactly.
never know.
You
And
never know what's gonna happen in
yeah,
Houston.
the Powder Group is definitely a great platform to join, and it's just a great community. Outside of the makeup show, it's a great community to be a part of because I know Michael DeVellas. He's a loving person. He's always helpful. You can contact him anytime. You can email him, and he's going to respond. And so that's what I love about the Powder Group. For one, I've never had an issue with him not responding to any of my emails. And if not him, I hear from Keisha. Keisha is easy, to reach on social media and all that. And so that's what I love about the Powder Group. And Michael, many don't know this, but Michael was the founder of the makeup show. He just sold it to Shelly Tallard, and who is now currently she's now over the makeup show. But Michael is the founder.
I lost the line of that, but I thought that Michael was originally.
Yeah,
Okay.
Michael was
I like,
originally.
when did that change? Okay.
Yeah, and James Vincent has always they're pretty much all founders, but Michael was the originator of it.
That's what I thought
And so
so, okay.
and so when he sold it, that's when the Powder Group came out. And so I mean, he can't be the founder of everything.
Everything.
And so-
He's founding it, he's finding it,
he
but
can't handle everything, so he left it in good hands. And I'm excited about the makeup show and it
yes,
coming
we
next
all
year.
are.
Yeah.
Exactly, we're very
And
excited.
I'm glad that it's something here in
Yes.
Texas.
Exactly.
I'm glad
Us.
I'm glad they're not giving up, because James had a good long conversation with me and Elisha when we went to his class. He was like, we're not giving up. We want to know what we need to do.
Thank God.
Yes. So they're not giving up, but they just need.
It shows that they care, though. They
Yeah.
care a lot,
They
and they
really
want
care.
it here, and
Yeah.
so we have to want
We
it
have to do this.
also. So
And look,
yeah, we
I
really.
It's
know
not
that-
just about the money like people think.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just about
it's
the money.
not.
They just want to come here and sell stuff. They just
No,
want the
it's
money.
not.
It's want the money. It's
No.
not about the money.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
and
offer all of these resources if it was
Right, it's
only about the money.
Like, I think
so.
they had way more free seminars than they did paid.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
they
I
did.
know.
It's like, what is
And
going on with that?
and what I know,
they were free.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I didn't
know.
yeah.
You know, that
and then
was
and then
awesome.
if you were walking around and it was nobody in the class,
They
were
grabbed
gonna
you.
snatch
They grabbed
and
you
put
to
in the
go in
class.
there. So that was amazing
Yeah,
too.
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's like you said, it's definitely not about the money.
No.
You think they're money hungry or something like that, but it's definitely with them. For them to just go snatch you, like the
Yeah,
career fair,
right,
you
right.
didn't have to bring me into the career
Right,
fair.
right.
But for them to just like do what they did and allow me the opportunity to be a part of the career fair, I'm very appreciative of that. And so it was a great opportunity. And so next year I think it's going to be stronger and better. I know
It
it
will.
is, and it's going to help us next year as far as
And it was what,
promotion.
$10?
$10.
What do you
Only
spend $10 on?
You'll buy a drink
On
for
the career fair.
$15.
Right.
Exactly.
Out to you.
Invest in yourself.
They're
That's
out
the
to you.
main thing.
Exactly.
And
There's so many artists out there,
Exactly.
that don't go to these places looking for jobs.
And then
But
you
if-
go in a group and you see people talking about how do I get in with this person? How do I get in with that person? Oh, they just had a full day
Yeah.
they
seminar
did,
that you
exactly.
can talk to these people.
And you
for $10.
have ample time
Ample
to
time to
save
do it.
up for the
For the
show.
show.
Now, one thing that and we brought this up to James at the end, that I really would like for them to do is announce the dates of the next show at the
the
show.
show.
That way people can start preparing.
Looking forward to it.
Exactly.
That's if they know about it.
Well,
'cause I don't know if they
Well,
Well,
not
know
even,
about
we were
it.
saying not even like a precise date, but like a month.
A month.
Around the month, yeah.
Just so that you
We're
can
looking
get
at
the
the
buzz.
Please
one
say
in
September.
October. We're looking
Please.
for, so that way they can say, well, we're looking at October. So even if it's not October, at least we know, something's coming in October.
Or just give us a
Something's
season in the
Yeah.
spring,
Say
the
September.
fall.
Spring, next summer,
Yeah.
September, something.
Yeah, exactly.
Please
So
say
that was
September.
one
Texas
thing that
needs some
I.
help. We need some help in Texas. We need some
And
things you
another
might
reason
not
I
do.
know.
Another reason why I just really didn't care about June, because me knowing Dallas, I go to Dallas a lot. It's tornado season,
Oh.
and I don't want to be
the
flying
rain.
in
Yeah,
no
the rain is
tornado.
really bad
Yeah,
too.
the-
Weather.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was that again. I'll
That's why she
close
couldn't
with
enjoy
this.
herself.
Exactly. That's the main thing for me because I don't want to get
The weather.
stuck in really bad weather. And Judy and I, we had to rush to get out of Dallas to make sure we were back before. Yeah, it was just so much smoother in September because the weather was better. So we were able to do a lot more and be more relaxed in
Why I
terms
keep
of
saying
stuff.
October? It must be a premonition. October.
I know, right? I know.
I keep saying October. October.
So overall, Gracie, what did you think about the show?
I loved it. One thing too, there's a makeup fair. I love them. There was a school. There was schools there.
Oh yeah, that makeup.
That
makeup
was
fair
that was
academy.
awesome.
Yeah.
If I could go, I would.
But
Maybe
they're
in the
in New
future
York.
I can. But she did say if you can't make the show, the school, we have classes
Classes,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Come
Oh.
tomorrow
Yeah.
night
okay.
Yeah.
at the store, and we do it every Monday or
Oh,
whatever.
wow, I didn't even know about
She goes,
Yeah,
that.
she told me that too.
Body
Where
painting at the Dallas
Dallas
Pro store.
location.
Wow, okay.
So I think it was like every evening on Mondays or whenever they have a chance they can. But I know it usually falls on a Monday. And she said this Monday is going to be different. We're going to have everybody that was at the show. You know, they're going to do full body painting,
Wow.
and they're going to recommend products and everything. So you know, if you ask,
Yeah.
sometimes you
They'll tell
can't
you.
go out of town. They'll come.
Yeah.
If you tell them, hey, we need you here, they'll come. You know, and
We'll have to get the people in advance, I'm quite sure, to get them to come.
right.
know,
we,
that's right.
we need that. You know,
Yeah.
we have so much to offer here, and I just
Yeah.
really think we can. You know, just they need to hear us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Well, voices need to get stronger also. I
Right.
think.
Yeah.
So Judy, how did you enjoy the show?
I love the show. I love all the people that come. I love hanging out with you guys and bringing new artists. Overall, I really enjoy the show. I'm excited that it comes to Texas. It brings a lot of people in the near areas in, so everybody gets to meet each other and network and promote and find out about new products. Besides being an ambassador, and I had to do my part, my due diligence, and run around and help everybody all day. Besides that, I loved it. What about you, Lele?
I actually, the show is always going to be close to my heart because before I was able to before the show actually came to Texas, I was trying my best to make the show in New York. I really wanted to go, and there was a lot of drawbacks I was trying to save, but then when I heard that it came to Texas, or was coming to Texas, I was overjoyed. So it's always going to be near and dear to my heart because of that. And you know, everything that they give to the show, it's not taken for granted. So all of the classes, all of the seminars, whether there's fees or they're free, I definitely take advantage of it. Plus, even being part of the Bloggers Preview and meeting other people that are, you know, interested in the same thing that I'm interested in. I think the main thing too was having a family to connect
Yes,
with,
yes.
and being able to meet other artists here
Houston
in
makeup artists
Houston.
too? That's the
Exactly,
family.
and us having meetups here to get, you know, excited and get the vibe out. I think that was very, very smart, and it allowed us to build our own little community so that we can spread out and
Right,
spread the word
right,
to
right.
others in different areas. Because, like you were saying earlier, Gracie, about being from Louisiana, I'm sure you know people that are in the industry there, and a lot of them didn't know about the show. So even a lot of hairstylists, like in Baton Rouge and New Orleans, and
And they didn't know they could come.
exactly,
Yeah,
right.
They're
exactly.
only a couple hours away.
Right.
Exactly, and it's open to everyone. Again, like I said, the makeup show is always going to be near and dear, and hopefully we can probably venture out and do some makeup shows in other cities and states just to go and support
Houston.
and get the word out to Houston. So, Faith, how about you?
Well, you know.
Oh God, here we go with the drama.
You know, I've been trying to get the makeup show for years.
Yes,
And
all
so
right,
I definitely enjoyed it. Although the experience was a bit different from last year's experience, and I think that's because it was the first year and we was all just amped up and everything. But the fact that they came to Texas, they gave us an opportunity. I'm definitely appreciative of that, and I'm gonna always show up to the makeup show. I had so many setbacks this year, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know, but I definitely pushed because I was not gonna miss it, and I just wasn't gonna miss that. And so the experience is definitely something that you just want to experience because the community is, I think that's what I really love the most about the show. Outside of the education was the community, getting to meet different people. I met a lot of people even from the pre-show meetups that we've done this year with the Perfect Face and James Vincent,
yes.
and even last year when I put it together some meetups, and that's how we
Yes.
came to work together. And so it's just opened so many doors. I met, Gracie, who I never seen the face, but, and so
Gracie
it's,
the face.
yeah. And so
The
it's
face of
really,
Gracie.
so it's really, I've created like a great bond with these two ladies. Also, just staying with them. And so I think my experience for the most part I loved was just the fun of it. because I think we had a lot more fun.
I
this
was
year.
just gonna say, I feel like we all connected on a different level too. You know, you the first time with
That
Judy
was
and I,
very
and then with Faith now, we've all connected. And
Yeah, with
Gracie
Gracie,
now,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I haven't met you before the show.
But
and
when
so,
I see you guys, it's like we have something in common.
exactly,
Right,
We have a
exactly.
passion.
Right.
So it's like it's
Yeah.
not the first time that we
Right.
meet per
Yeah,
se.
right.
So yes, you're
We all have
right.
the same struggles, the same
Exactly.
passion, the same. We can
We
bond.
have
and
family
connect
issues, you know,
differently.
we have everything, but we all have that same drive.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So it's
exactly.
definitely a
Absolutely.
benefit
And so I-
for Texas.
Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything about it, and the experience that I got from even doing live video interviews, because that's something that I really wanted to focus on this year, to bring education to everyone else. So I got to do a lot more this year, I think, that I didn't do last year, and so it opened my eyes and it gave me a different perspective on, you know, on the beauty industry. So I enjoyed it, and I hope that you all come next year. I know
We
y'all
definitely
will.
will.
Listen, I'm talking to
I'm
y'all.
ready.
I'm
Talk to our studio audience.
Exactly. Well, one thing that I would like to leave the viewers with is to make sure that you plan and make sure that you attend. Plan and attend.
Start
Those are the main
saving.
things.
Yes.
Exactly.
Crystal
Anything you
Wright
guys would like to
says-
leave them with?
Crystal Wright says
Shit.
$1,000 is, what did she say?
Crystal
You
White.
break it down, it's $1,000, and you
Oh,
break it down to
if you break it down to-
$250 a week,
Yes.
and then you break the $250 down by 7, and that's how you save. You don't think of
Yes.
1,000.
Don't
Yeah.
think of
Break it down.
1,000. You
Break
break
it
it down
down.
to
Yeah,
small
Yeah, but you're
increments.
investing in yourself.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
nothing that you should miss out on.
Exactly.
Everybody has
just to
weaknesses.
make it easy.
Everybody has it. You know, they need.
Put that coffee to the
Yeah.
side, put that $450 in your
Exactly. You
Dallas
don't have
makeup
to have
show.
it. You
Stop
don't have to
spending,
have
stop
it.
spending all that money on cosmetics that you don't know
That
how
you
to
don't
use.
need.
Yeah, or
I
no
don't
bills.
need-
Exactly,
Right,
exactly.
right.
When you can
And
get
that's
education that you really do need,
Yeah.
and you
Exactly.
really will use.
When you take a class, they recommend the best products.
Absolutely.
So why would you spend money on products you don't need? They
need.
go to waste.
And then
And
sit
you
in
can
the
buy
group
an
all day.
actual good staple for your
And then
kid.
you sit in the group all day asking them, how's this product? How you use this product?
Yeah.
Come to the class. That's
Exactly.
going to be our answer
And
for the
once
next
you
year.
get
When
your-
somebody asks you,
yeah.
come to the makeup
Attend
show.
the class.
Yeah, once you get educated on a product, you
Then
can
you
use
know how to
one
use it.
product for five
five
different
different
things.
things.
Absolutely.
Instead of buying
It's
the
all
five
about
different
education.
products.
That's where it
Right.
starts.
So it's all about knowledge, and it's never ending.
Never
So,
ending.
yeah.
Never
Well,
ending.
okay.
Never
And
ending.
also, last thing, make sure, as Elijah said, prepare yourself. Y'all said this. Prepare yourself for next year's show. We don't know the dates yet, but when we get them, we will inform you all on the dates. But make sure that you check the makeupshow.com period, because they always updating all the time. You have the site plan, so you can't miss the site plan. It's under the vendor booth.
Right.
You know, but
I'm always
Yeah.
willing to answer questions.
yeah, we're all
You
Yes,
can hit
I
me up
think
on
we're all in
Facebook,
this.
phone,
We're all in
anything.
the
I'm
Houston
all over the
Makeup
place.
Artist
Yeah,
Group.
I don't mind
Houston
answering
Makeup
questions.
Artist Group.
Houston Makeup Artist Group.
More Houston makeup artists. Sorry,
Exactly,
guys. But
exactly.
Houston needs a lot of help. So it's Houston only makeup artist group. Sorry, guys. Everybody else. Y'all
Sorry,
have everything
Dallas.
else.
Sorry, San Antonio.
Or start your own thing.
Sorry,
Start your own
Austin.
thing.
Start your own
That
thing.
should inspire everyone to start their own thing.
right.
That way, maybe we can all come together and do a Texas meetup
Yeah, after we get
for
together.
everyone. So there's a lot. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to our feedback. We appreciate it, and we all want to leave you with plan ahead of time.
Yes.
And make it show definitely thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thumbs up.